Hello and welcome to another Pdot Ventures video. Today we are doing a review on the Amazon Smart Incubator, the 12 eggs, or if you're like me and you did some quail, or you're looking to do some quail, you could fit 24 quail eggs in here. Beautiful little device. Of course, it does have a temperature, a heater in there, so you can set the temperature, to that 100 Fahrenheit, but it does come set to that automatically. And it does have a little, I don't know what you'd call this little side system, like an external kind of water device. But you can use this to, of course, keep the humidity up in your incubator during your process, depending on what you're doing, obviously how long. Quail or chicken. See if I can get this out of here. I'll set this down for a second. But it just kind of pops out. I'm pretty sure you could fit other bottles in there. It's just got like a normal head to it. But all I did was have this connected to the little side port right there. And I didn't really have this connected, to be honest. I just used a turkey baster and would add water to keep the humidity up, which I do recommend also getting, a hydrometer to, check your humidity inside, and possibly another thermometer. But the one inside seemed to be pretty good. You can, of course, kind of run it prematurely to see what, the temperatures are like for you. The lid just pops off. I saw a lot of people did have some complaints that the turner would stop working. Seemed to work perfectly fine for me. It just has little nubs there that you have to make sure are lined up. See those little nubs on the circular part. Make sure they're lined up in between the turner. And you can press down on the button, the down button. If you hold it on the temperature setting, it'll do a manual turn on its own, which I would still do 1 or 2 a day just to make sure. But then, of course, it just has a little tray here that it that sits on it. So that just sits on there. Of course, you got your plug, and that comes with instructions. They do recommend that, you can use, if you're in a bit of a colder spot or where the temperature might be fluctuating a bit more. It can be a bit tough to get this perfectly lined up. That you use the styrofoam kind of insert that came with the package. And I did use this. I had it sitting inside, and of course it has like little kind of vent sides to keep the external water device connected. And the instructions, they are a little bit broken English, might be hard for you to read them, but it does give you the basic rundown. Like I said, instead of the bottle, I just kind of would add water in here. Plus, it doesn't have a vent hole, as far as I can tell, in terms of anywhere for the air to get out, maybe just through the front panels. But I would have it open. That way, it acted as a bit of a vent as well for, the hatching process. But like I said, it comes with, the basic rundown. Even though it's a bit of broken English, you can get the idea. Plus, you should probably watch some videos and get an idea of how to incubate and such. Eventually, I probably will run through that, as it is kind of one of the side hustles that we got going on the channel, to show you some of the quail. These guys are about a week old, and of course, it went pretty swimmingly. I had 24 eggs that I loaded this thing up with. Just enough room to fit in the hydrometer in there, which was pretty good. Hopefully, you can get a small one, kind of like I did, to fit it in there as well. And, like I said, people had problems, apparently, with the turner. Maybe after multiple uses, that might happen, so possibly a future review when I've used it a couple times. But the hatch rate was pretty good. Like I said, 24 eggs, and I have 18 beautiful little birdies in here. So it was pretty decent. And it was my first ever time incubating eggs of any kind. So, just through watching videos, learning steps, I think I did pretty well. I already have some that I bought as chicks in my backyard hutch, which I can also show off in a future video. But these guys all have some side hustles attached to them, as well as they're just pretty cool pets. So, for the incubator, beautiful stuff. I think it's a great little starter incubator. It was super cheap. It was only like 40-50 bucks, and that was like Canadian. So I think it was super worth it compared to like Little Giant and other incubators that can get up to like 100 plus, 200 bucks for something very similar. And especially if you're starting off, you know, and you have a bit more of a urban kind of a hutch, you know what I mean? You can't have too many birds. It's a great little thing to start off with. And hopefully, you know, it keeps the run going. But for the price and how it worked out, seems pretty good to me. You know, if you follow the kind of steps and procedures to incubating, you'll end up with a lot of birds. And it did seem 2 of the eggs that I did get, I think were already kind of like cracked before they went into the incubator. I didn't do any kind of like fertility checks or like, you know, anything like that. So just kind of put them in. 2 of them, yeah, were cracked when I pulled them out, and you know, a bit of yolk coming out. But then other 4 just didn't hatch, and it was pretty good. They all hatched same day, same night, I guess, over the course of a couple hours. All very similar in age, I guess. Overall, though, it's a great little incubator. Like I said, you do want to get that hydrometer. You could also, what I've seen people do is wrap it in a towel instead of the styrofoam. You could maybe do a combination of both if you're worrying about the temperature fluctuating a lot. But mine seem to be doing just fine. And of course, like I mentioned, when you're setting the temperature settings, you can hold this button down and it'll auto spin the turner. That was one thing that I haven't seen anybody mention, but it seems like it's a pretty common function amongst all the similar ones. There's a lot of same ones that go under a different, you know, slightly different, maybe face plate to them, but they're the exact same design, same external device, all the same stuff. So there is a lot of similar ones. If you're worrying that it might be slightly different, it's the same thing. But overall, like I said, it's a great product. If you have any questions about it, let me know. I can try and have a link to said product in the description, maybe get an affiliate thing set up so I can get a little bit of kickback if you're looking to support the channel. Otherwise, you know, make sure to check out my other hustles and future review videos to come to the channel. And I'll definitely have some vids with these little birdies coming up. Otherwise, you know, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you know when future content's coming out. And thanks for watching. Peace.